So here are Bray Wyatt's top 5 matches, brought to you by Snug Wrestling Podcast. Starting at number 5, we have SummerSlam 2013, The Ring of Fire, Bray Wyatt versus Kane. And this is Bray Wyatt's first match in the main event roster, his first pay-per-view match, and it's versus a legend, a veteran like Kane, in a gimmick match like this one, which is a Ring of Fire. So Bray Wyatt, he hit the ground running in the main roster by feuding with one of the biggest stars ever in wrestling in a match that has only been done a handful of times, not just in WWE, but all over the world in history. So this is how serious this character Bray Wyatt was. This is how much WWE believed in Bray Wyatt since the beginning. They saw big things in this character, and they hit the ground running with a big match like this. The purpose of this match was to keep the Wyatt family away from the ring. So Bray Wyatt and Kane would have a one-on-one in the ring surrounded by fire with no interruptions. Every time Bray Wyatt would take a bump, or anytime Kane would take the bump, the flames would raise, and it was a really cool visual, and the fans would pop for it. Every time the Wyatt family would come close to the ring, the flames would go up, and the flames going up would serve its purpose. It seemed like it was a caged yard. No one can get in, no one can get out. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan were trying to figure out ways to get inside of the ring without getting burned. They would use fire extinguishers on the flames, but that didn't work until they figured out that they can use this big blanket that they found somewhere around ringside, and they put it over the flames to cover the flames and keep them from raising. And as soon as they did that, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, they rushed the ring and they attacked Kane, and this turned into a 3-on-1. Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail on Kane, and Bray Wyatt gets the pin over Kane. 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt defeats the Big Red Machine Kane on his first main roster debut match and his first pay-per-view match ever. This was SummerSlam 2013, Ring of Fire. And number 4, the Wyatt family versus the Shield, Elimination Chamber 2014. Which faction is the more dominant of these two factions? We have the Wyatt family and we have the Shield. Both of these factions, they have been running the WWE in the past year. The Shield, they were involved in a #1 contenders match for the Elimination Chamber. The Wyatt family, they come out and they cost the Shield this match, and the Shield challenged the Wyatt family, if they want to go to war, we will take them to war. The Wyatt family and the Shield, they would go on to cut various promos with video packages and spooky vignettes leading up to their 6-man tag team match at the Elimination Chamber. Dean Ambrose, he was the United States champion during this time, and this is about supremacy, the top 2 factions that have been running the WWE. The match at the Elimination Chamber, before it even starts, the fans are already screaming, "This is awesome." So we have "This is awesome" chants right before the match starts, and it is. The Wyatt family, already in a year, they have established themselves to be a faction to be taken seriously. The Shield, the same thing. We're talking about Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose. All of these guys would go on to do really good things within these factions and also individually later on in the future. And this is the beginning of it all. Most of these guys, they're just getting started during this time in 2014. And it was an exciting time for a wrestling fan to be seeing these two factions go at it head to head. Dean Ambrose, the United States champion, he starts a brawl before the bell even rings, and all 6 men are fighting ringside and all over the place, but finally the ref gets everything in order. Both teams go to their corners, and the match finally starts with Eric Rowan and Seth Rollins. All 6 men, they're tagging in and out, and there was a lot of intensity in this match. They had some good pacing. When Bray Wyatt gets tagged in and Roman Reigns gets tagged in, there's a big pop. These are the 2 leaders of the factions, and they have a nice little moment, Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt do during this match. The Shield, they take control. They do some frequent tags. They cut the ring in half, and they keep Luke Harper in their corner. But the level of intensity in this match is just amazing to me. They kept the intensity up throughout this whole entire match, and it never got boring. It never got stale. They kept you on the edge of your seat throughout this whole entire thing. Towards the end of the match, all hell breaks loose, and the the match just turns into a fight and they start fighting all over the place. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan put Seth Rollins through the Spanish announce table, and Bray Wyatt gets the pin on Roman Reigns. The Wyatt family beat the Shield at the Elimination Chamber 2014. Going on number 3, Survivor Series 2015, Kane and The Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. Survivor Series is Undertaker's birthplace. This Survivor Series is 25 years that The Undertaker debuted, and it's been 25 years that The Undertaker has been running the WWE. Bray Wyatt says that 25 years is long enough, and it's time for a new army of darkness to emerge. His army, the Wyatt family. The Wyatt family, they get their iconic entrance. Kane and Undertaker, they get their entrance too. So right off the bat, this match is already a spectacle. You can just see Bray Wyatt's face, the way that he's just looking at both Kane and The Undertaker through their entrances tells a whole story. Eric Rowan, he rushes Kane and The Undertaker, but the Brothers of Destructions, they take out Eric Rowan with a double choke slam. So we have Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt, and Braun Strowman is at ringside. Braun Strowman, he gets involved during this match and he takes out Kane. The Wyatt family get heat on Kane, but then Kane turns the tables and gets The Undertaker the hot tag. Braun Strowman, he gets involved again in this match, but this time both Kane and The Undertaker put Braun Strowman through the Spanish announce table, and Kane and The Undertaker win with the tombstone on Luke Harper. The Brothers of Destruction beat the Wyatt family, but even though the Wyatt family did not win this match, Bray Wyatt did not get pinned either. But again, another great big match that Bray Wyatt had the opportunity to be in versus a big name like The Undertaker and Kane. And number 2, WrestleMania 31 2015, The Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt one-on-one on a singles match. This is a year after Lesnar beat the streak, and Undertaker right now is 21-1. What is left of The Undertaker? After taking his loss from Brock Lesnar, Taker is weak, and Bray Wyatt thinks he can beat him too. Bray Wyatt would cut promos on The Undertaker, and Undertaker wouldn't show up until very last minute. Undertaker accepted Bray Wyatt's challenge. The WWE Universe went a whole year without seeing The Undertaker after his loss versus Brock Lesnar. It wasn't until WrestleMania 31 that The Undertaker finally showed up after Bray Wyatt was taunting The Undertaker throughout this whole entire year and challenged The Undertaker at a match at WrestleMania. The Undertaker's motivation was questioned for this match. Is he back for his last match, or is he back to restart his career and run this yard again like he has before? The match starts and Bray Wyatt is fighting from underneath this whole entire match. Undertaker is in control. Undertaker gives Bray Wyatt a tombstone, but Bray Wyatt kicks out and Undertaker can't believe it. Bray Wyatt gives his finisher to The Undertaker, the Sister Abigail. Undertaker counters, hits the second tombstone, and pins Bray Wyatt. And now The Undertaker went 22-1 on WrestleMania 31, going over Bray Wyatt. But another great moment in wrestling history, another great match in Bray Wyatt's career versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. It doesn't get any bigger than that. And that was number 2. And for number 1, Bray Wyatt's number 1 match, according to Snug Wrestling, was No Mercy 2016, Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this because I did not mention Bray Wyatt's first WWE championship that he won at the Elimination Chamber 2017. I didn't mention a lot of matches here. There was a lot of matches that were really good, but this is my top 5. If you guys have your own opinion about it, please let me know. But the reason I chose this as my number 1 is because I was actually there for this match. I got to see this match in person, and it's one of those matches that I will never forget ever for many reasons. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, they had a lot of matches in their careers against each other together. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, they won tag team gold. They feuded, they partnered up. These guys know each other really well. The build up to this match consisted of both of these guys playing mind games with each other. Randy the Viper, he's no stranger to playing mind games. Neither is Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, who was supposedly the hunter in this whole thing, became the hunted, and this match was supposed to take place at Backlash